Hey friends, they say third time's a charm, so I'm having a time with these videos, with this particular video, getting this one up. So I'm going to try to speed through this one real fast. I ran out of time on the last one, but I've been meaning to put one of these up and for quite a while, and I've seen several people's got these up, and I've always enjoyed watching them. They're just fascinating to watch. I love looking at the same way I like looking at pictures. I love looking at people's pipes, seeing the different shapes and the models and the makes and the makers and everything in between. And so I encourage you to make one because they're fun to make and they're interesting to watch. So anyhow, I'm gonna smoke a pipe too, and I'm smoking what's left of some Peterson Hyde Park. And the first pipe I'm going to show you, and y'all seen it before, is the Tinderbach pot with a little honey colored stem and smooth. Love the grain on this one. Let's get her fired up here. And I'm using a tamper from Nathan Campbell, one of his great tamper. Good tamper. Alright. I'm going to show you my cobs first. I've got several. I'm going to just hold all of them up at one time. A couple of them are Medicos. Most of them are Missouri Meerschaum. And I think the Missouri Meerschaums are the better ones of the bunch. I've got several little cobs, and I love to try new blends in them. I've got one that I hadn't smoked yet. And I love trying new blends. This is the American Patriot bent Missouri Meerschaum. It's a good little smoker. I smoked it with y'all the other day. And of course, my favorite, big old bulky freehand plateau Missouri Meerschaum cob. It's the best $30 you'll ever spend. A wonderful smoker. Alan Woods got one of these and he loved it. He was kind of like me. He's a little hesitant to spend $30 on a cob, but I'm telling you, it's the best $30 you'll spend. Several of my pipes are basket pipes, and I'm gonna show you. And like I say, I'm gonna run through this quickly because I don't want to run out of time. I got a couple of little beaters here that I've had for years and years, and I'm not doing any kind of chronological order because I don't remember. I will show you my first one. Y'all seen it before. Here's one I never smoked. I hate the stem on it. Don't know why I bought it. Most of these were bought here at a little old local place, discount cigarette place that sells some over-the-counter tobaccos, and it does happen to have a good humidor, cigar-wise, and they sell basket pipes and some Dr. Grabows. Here's one decent-looking little old pipe and a good smoker in the $25 range or so. Here is Hardcastle Bulldog. Love this one. Only Bulldog I got, but I love it. It's a heavy joker. Another little basket pipe my wife got me at MA's. Little acorn shape. And I wish y'all could see the graining on it because that's what I fell in love with. And this don't do it justice, this lighting, but beautiful grain on this pipe and a good, wonderful smoker. Gift from my wife. Here's another no name from MA's in about the $40 range. Compliments of my dad. And what I fell in love with it on was the offset colors in it, the tan and the blacks. But this is a good little smoker. Smoked many a bowl out of this one. Here's a Lorenzetti that, come to find out, is made by Jorn, which is one of my favorite makers. Got it a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago, at Just For Him in Springfield while we were up there. I've showed y'all this one smoked at a time or two. I think I know it once. Great smoker. And I fell in love with the stem and the graining on it. It's kind of a black, deep burgundy, but beautiful pipe and a great smoker. Little Lorenzetti. Here's a Bajon. This is my number one, my best smoker, bar none. Little gift for my wife, but this is the one that smokes anything you want to smoke in it good. It'd probably smoke Borkum Riff, make it taste good. This is just one of those pipes that is a natural. It just, everything smokes good in it. Love the graining. Of course, you'll notice a lot of my stems are saddle stems, and this is no exception. I love a saddle stem. One thing, when I bought this, she got it at NMA's. As soon as I lit it up, I watched this thing. Oxidized lines started coming in it. I don't know what made it do it. So it's had the OxiClean treatment and the chapstick treatment too. Chapstick prevents it from coming back, and it gives it a good shine too. But I love a Bajon. So at Father's Day, she said, "Look, pick you out a pipe from somewhere." So I went to pipesandcigars.com. It's going to be from her and Emily, so I pulled up the Bajon page and let Emily pick it out, and this is what she picked. Little Viking Bajon. And this smokes the heck out of Mac Baren plum cake. But this is what Emily picked, and it is a good smoker. So technically I've got 3 Bajons, although one of them goes under the Lorenzetti name. You can't go wrong with a good Bajon. I got the 2 that Uncle Raggy gave me. If you hadn't subscribed, Uncle, he's a great guy. Southern gentleman from Vicksburg, Raggy Ragsdale. This is a golden, which was it's an indie pipe, independent made, and this was made back in the early 70s. A little handmade pipe. Great, great smoker. And the other one, which is one of my favorite, It in the Bajon. Now, it's just as far as the looks, this is my favorite. I fell in love with this, and I was shocked. He gifted both of these to me. And they were expensive pipes then, and just a beautiful freehand plateau. Love this pipe. I get compliments on that everywhere I go. I took it up to Arkansas, and those hillbillies loved it up there, let me tell you. They absolutely loved it. And I tell you what, that little old tamper that Nathan made me. I've got 2, and I think he's selling them now. They're on the market. You can't go wrong with it. These are great little tampers. Several good people are making tampers. I think several in our community are making them now. I watched Guy Witherspoon do the K Woodies, and I said, well, I'm going to own me a K Woody one day, and I did. I won this one on eBay. Got a pretty good deal on it. It had not been smoked. And this is from the late 70s, early 80s. Guy and I finally determined it's not from one of the vintage years that was considered their great years. I think you got to get back in the 50s and 60s to be considered top of the line as far as quality. But it's got a small little bowl, and it's a good smoker. If you own the run, it's perfect. And little Savinelli Orange Orient. Now these will change color on you as you smoke, but Pipes and Cigars is now carrying the Orient line. And I got this one in Virginia, at Old Virginia Pipes and Tobacco. They got 7, 8 locations around the DC area. But I would recommend it. It's a good one. Of course, you just can't go wrong with a Savinelli. Here's another Savinelli, a great big pot. Black blasted, one of those extra large pots. Boy, you could, if you want to just pack a smoke in there, you can get you a 2-hour smoke out of that thing. That can be a little top heavy, but it's a good smoker. Great, great smoker. I think it was a Christmas gift. Here's another black blasted Dublin Aldo Valenti. It came from Little Rock. I smoked a ton of cherries in this thing. Another Aldo Valenti that my mom got me for my birthday. She paid for it. I picked it out, and I fell in love with the stem and the graining on this thing. Absolutely fell in love with it, and beautiful pipe. It's one of the better looking ones that I own, and it's a good smoker too. Although Lenny makes a good one, they're getting kind of hard to find. Not hard to find, but a lot of times pipes and cigars is out of them. Here's another little basket pipe that I bought here locally at a little discount place. I just like the bowl on it. It's an okay smoker. It's not one of my better smokers, but just a little cheap $20–25 pipe. Now here's the best $25 I ever spent in my life. Bought at the same place, but I fell in love with it. Beautiful graining on this little cheap pipe. Like the little ring. But this is one of those that smokes anything you put in it good too. Great smoker. I'm going to start smoking it on videos more. I've done it, smoked it before, but it's a great smoker. Here's a little Baracini that came from Pipes and Cigars. It's one of their cheaper lines. Little billiard. Pretty good smoker. Nothing wrong with it. I haven't smoked it as much. It's not even fully broke in, but I'm working on it. It's not a bad deal. Here's the pipe that came with this one. Bought at the same time from eBay. It's also another tinderbox pipe with a little bone colored stem, Italian rusticated. Great smoker. And I stole both of those on eBay. Absolutely stole them. Another little basket pipe that came from the discount place here in town. Bought it a couple of weeks ago. I showed it to y'all. Just like the shape, and it was cheap, so I bought it. And it certainly is not broken in. Little Erickson that my son got me. This one is the reason that Who Dat is my favorite blend. This smokes Who Dat better than anything. It comes from Don Juan's, and this is where the pipe comes from. This little Erickson Dublin smokes Who Dat, and it made it my #1 favorite blend at one point on my top 5s, and it keeps it in my top 3. If I smoke Who Dat, I smoke it in that pipe 9 out of 10 times. And last but not least is pipe gifted from Mark Making Change. Little Danish made pipe. I love this little pipe, and it smokes good. And I've done a lot of restoration work on it. When I got it, the stem was just army green. It's had of course a salt treatment and shined and cleaned, and it's had the OxiClean. The stem is black now, and it's got the chapstick on it. I put chapstick, and I about once a month I'll hit it with it, or hit it with a Brevia, either one. But I keep chapstick on them. I'm gonna tell you what, the chapstick, the original Chapit or chapstick, nothing flavored, just the regular old clear. It'll keep the oxidation from coming back on them. Sure it will. Little secret. And it's good for shining up your deep pitted rusticated ones. You don't want to put the Brevia on that. But that's the pipes, and I encourage you to make one. You ought to make one. They're very interesting to watch and see people's different shapes and sizes and brands and whatnot. And it's just, like I say, it's fun to look at. But y'all, I've got a couple of little bids in running now on eBay on a couple of Savinellis and a Nording. And who knows? You know, if I get them, I get them. But I'm kind of got the fever again, and 2 of them are unsmoked. One of them's not. I don't want but one, but I'm just trying to manage them where I get one. I've really got my own one particular one, and it's a Savinelli. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up before we have another fail. Y'all have a good one. We'll catch you later, and God bless.